Hi, thanks for joining me today. Today I'm going to show you guys how I make the replicas of the designer treat boxes that I make for my Etsy site. Um, so basically I use a silhouette for this, and I cut the pieces out. These are the two pieces. This is the Louis Vuitton bag, and this is the background for it. So the front one actually would go on top. I'm gonna go up and let's see. Be patient with me because I don't usually do this. This is actually like my third or fourth time maybe. So I have to remember where I need to go. And here it is. Go to arrange. And I'm going to bring that to the front. And what I do is that I put them on a treat box. That's the background, and the purse would go over it like that. And it just makes the because I use cardstock, so it makes it a little stronger if you do the design plus you put a background behind it, and also it just looks neater and cleaner with a little background. It gives it that extra pop. I used to do the backgrounds in different colors depending on the color of the bag, but I don't do it anymore because it just was like an extra task to go and find the different colors of cardstock to match, and sometimes it would be hard to match them because usually I would get all of my colored cardstock from Joann's, and they started to not carry all of the colors anymore, and you couldn't find it in store. So I would have to order them, and it would take days for me to get them. Sometimes even like a week to a week and a half to have it delivered to me. So it just was like a pain in the butt. So now all of my backgrounds are white now because I switched from the craft colored bags, which were like this color at the bottom right here. So I switched from the craft colored treat boxes to the white ones, so my backgrounds are white. Like for this purse, I would like put a dark brown background for it. If I had the gray and black Gucci bag or Coach bag, I would put a black background because it just would, it looked real nice like that. But like I said, the white actually looks good too. So what I do is that I'm going to go ahead and move the background to the side because I don't print these. I just go ahead and cut them. If you guys want to see how I cut the purses, because I take a picture of them and then I cut them. If you want to see how I do that, go ahead and let me know in the description box, and I'll go ahead and make a video showing you how I cut out this purse and also cut out the background too. So right now what I'm doing is that basically I'm centering it, trying to center it on my mat. I use 11 by 7 cardstock, and I make sure that I get it in the center of this red line. See that red line right there? That red line actually is your cut line, and if I were to get it over the cut line like that, let's see, it would only cut everything that's below this cut line right here, and then I would have to go in with a pair of scissors and cut that out by hand. So we don't want to do that. That just makes for extra time and work for me. So I make sure that I get everything that I'm going to print. I'll cut them, making sure that they're within these red lines. And also that's that little gray line up there, that's going to be your print line. So you also want to make sure nothing is above that print line and it's below it because it won't print. So I will center it like that, and then I'm going to go ahead up to the top, and I'm going to go to, well, I have to print them. So I'm going to go over to print, and I'm going to send it to my printer. That's my printer. I use the Epson. Right now I'm using the 7620. It's the wide format printer, which allows me to print these boxes in the sizes that I print them in, which is, it'll fit the treat box perfectly. So it allows me to print 11 by 7 cuts on it, so that way I don't have to like cut the bag in half and then go and try to like get it perfectly fitted where there's no seam and anything like that, and you can see where the box was cut, the bag was cut. So I don't do that. So I just bought the wide format printer, but I'm actually going to be switching from that printer to the Epson 7710. I actually have already purchased it. I got it from, actually, I think I bought it from Epson. I have to go and look because I got the 7620 from Amazon. And I just wanted to like upgrade because that printer started giving me like a lot of problems. And I just didn't want to buy the same printer again and have to deal with the same problems because it started to not want to print and kept telling me like there was a jam and there was no paper jam and things like that. It just got to be a hassle, and it started to want me to turn it off and then unplug it and then plug it back in and then, you know, turn it back on, and then it would print. And it just, that's too much. When I'm working over here and I'm in a zone, I don't have time to keep going to the printer to turn it off and turn it back on, because actually it wastes a lot of my paper and ink when it started to do that, because it would cut off in the middle of a print job. So I'm just going to go ahead and upgrade. But now it's like an old car, old raggedy car that gives you a lot of problems. And the minute you start to have talk about, I'm going to get rid of this car and I'm going to get a new car, then it starts to say, oh, I'm going to act right, I promise. Well, that's what this printer is doing, because it actually was acting up on me for a good week, and then I went ahead and ordered the other printer, and then all of a sudden now, you know, it's not doing that anymore. But I'm going to go ahead and say, knock on wood, that it's not doing that anymore, so that I can go ahead and get through with this print job for this order that I have today. And I'm sorry, excuse me. And I'm going to go ahead and probably the weekend swap over to the other printer and finish my other orders. Okay, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to change the number of copies to 24, because my boxes, my treat boxes, are double-sided. So there's one of these on each side. So this particular lady, she ordered 12 of these, but since she ordered 12, I have to cut 24 because, as I said, the boxes are double-sided. So I'm going to go ahead and hit print and send it over to the printer and get started. And once they all print, I'm going to go ahead and let them all print. And once they all print, I'm going to come back and show you how I put them on my silhouette mat and how I put them in the silhouette machine itself and cut them. And also I've upgraded. I have the Silhouette Cameo 3, and actually right now I'm using it wirelessly, and that's the best part about it. I love it because I don't have to have like cords everywhere, which I do have cords everywhere in my office anyway, because I have a lot of electronics in here. But this, I'm able to print wirelessly, not print, but cut wirelessly. And I can go ahead and show you. Here is it. I have the pink one. This is my second one. The first one that I had, I ordered it from Amazon, and I paid like, I want to say $2.89 for it, and it came with like a bundle of vinyl and things like that. And I think it came with that vinyl kit up there, that blue one. I think it came with that for free. And I had it for about, I want to say 6 months before it started to cut up on me, and it wouldn't stay. No matter what I did with the registrations, it wouldn't register, and it started to like cut everything all up. So I went ahead, and I love Amazon because even though it was past the time that I was allowed to send it back, they did go ahead and grant me the opportunity to send it back in, and they gave me back my money, and I just went ahead and reordered it. But I didn't order it from the same place, because then after I started to read the reviews, because I always read reviews before I buy anything, and the reviews were pretty good for it. So I went ahead and I purchased from that company, and then it started to have problems. So then once I was able to return it to Amazon, and I went back to, go ahead and see, well, let me see if anybody else is having problems with them also. And the reviews had all turned, and it was like a lot of bad reviews, and people were having like a lot of problems, not just the problem that I was having with it not wanting to register and cut properly, but like other problems with it you know, just not wanting to cut, or, you know, just acting a fool. So I went ahead and I ordered this one from another seller on Amazon, because I do like this one. And as I said, it gives you the ability to cut wirelessly, like right now, through Bluetooth. So right now it's plugged into the machine, but it's not plugged into, I have my MacBook Pro on my desk, because I was actually trying to use this to work from today, but something is wrong with it, and I'm just lazy, because it's been telling me for a few months now that I have to have the battery serviced on it, but I haven't brought it in yet, because I have to go to the Apple store in the mall, and I hate going to the mall. I hated it even when I was a teenager. I would go, but I never really liked going to the mall, and now that I'm an adult, if I don't have to go to the mall, I won't go to the mall. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and, you know, take it to the mall, because it's starting to also go slow, and it's not, you know, like registering and things like that. You know, it's taking a long time to like open pages and things like that. You know, it's not freezing up on me, but it's just taking too long. So I was actually starting on here, and I wound up going ahead and stopping and switching over to the iMac for this video. But as I said, I don't have to have it plugged into the computer. I can go ahead and, you know, cutting everything through Bluetooth. So that's awesome. So the printer is printing, and look, I'm not paying attention and I'm talking, and apparently it needed my attention. And also, this is the printer, and that's the new one down here in the box. Like I said, don't judge me. My office is a mess right now, because I've been working and not really taking the time to straighten up anything over here. And I got a supply of boxes from the post office. They'll give you boxes for free, and I use these boxes to also ship my orders out in sometime. And also I need to put these up, so I just haven't taken the time to come over here and have my husband and my son put them in the closet for me. But like I said, that's the new printer down there that I'll probably hook up this weekend, because this one is working now, and that's the way the bags print. And also, it started to also give me problems like this, like printing. See that right there? It actually is printing on this purse, which means that it's, I don't know what happens, why it's giving those squiggly lines. I've cleaned it. I've cleaned the print heads and everything on it, so I don't know why it's doing that. And like right here, because it's going across the registration mark, that means that I'm going to have to cut this bag out by hand if I were going to use it. But I'm not going to be able to use it, because as you can see, it printed on the bottom of the purse, and I just won't use that and give that to someone, which means that that's a waste of ink, because now I'm going to have to reprint it again and use more paper and more ink. This one, the same thing. It's printing on the bag, which means that that's waste, you know, precious ink and paper. And here it is, it's doing it again. So hopefully it stops and doesn't run anymore. If not, I'm going to have to stop and do what I don't want to do, which is hook up that other printer and take this one down, because I can't just have it wasting paper like that. But I'll be back and show you guys how I put them on here and put them in a silhouette and cut them and everything and take it apart. And I'll show you guys how I put them together on the boxes. Okay, I'm back. That printer is driving me crazy, and I'm just trying to make the best of it. Okay, so I got some prints done without any of the lines along the side. So this is, I'm going to show you how I put it on my cutting mat. So right now, my cutting mat needs to be, it's not really sticky anymore. So I buy the Elmer's craft spine that I spray just a little bit on, and it'll help the paper or anything that you're actually going to run through your silhouette stick. It's just a temporary fix to use this spray adhesive, because after a while it starts to like gum up on the mat. So I only use a little bit. Let me show you how much I use. I actually have to order some more. I have them in my cart at Amazon and no, Walmart, and I try to find them. I don't buy them from Silhouette because they're too high. For one, I think I paid like $15 or $17 for it, and I can go online at Walmart when they're running like a little sale or something like that and buy two for $19. So actually I'm gonna go ahead online tonight and go ahead and check out. Okay, so I'll spray a little bit like this. Okay, just a little bit. It only takes a little bit. And my registration mark is here, here, and here. So I'm gonna go up to the top corner of my mat and stick it down like so. And then I'm gonna just run my hand across it like that. Then I'm gonna go and feed it into the Silhouette machine. Let's see. I don't know if you can see, so let me turn you around. And look, I didn't put enough spray adhesive on it because it came off. So let's see. Okay, let's do that again. Trial and error. Okay. Down. Okay. So we're gonna come along over here and put it into the Silhouette. I already have it on. Press load. And it's loaded in. And I'm gonna turn around. And I'm going to hit send. Come on, I'll take you with me. Okay. I'm going to hit send on my computer there. And it's going to, then I'm going to go down. It's already connected wirelessly to it also. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to press where it says cut. I like the thin lines. Let's see, highlight it. Okay. And then I'm going to go over and press cut. And you see it puts the red lines around it everywhere where I've cut the bag already. Okay. And then we're going to go down to the bottom and we're going to hit send. And it's going to send. You see it says it's registering right now. So this is where we're at. And it says it's working on here. And then it's going to start to cut. You hear noise in the background. That's the printer still printing and my kids running around. And it's done. Focus, focus, focus. Okay, it's done. It's released. Now it says the job is complete. Okay. I don't know why it's not wanting to focus right now. I'm going to hit unload. Okay, let's see. Okay. I hit unload and catch it before it hits the floor. Bring it back to my table. And and get my little silhouette spatula. Okay. And I'm going to lift up on one end. And apparently, it didn't cut all the way through. So this is just trial and error. So what we're going to do is that we're going to put it back down. I'm going to spray a little more adhesive and check my blade, because maybe the blade is not fully out or it's dirty. So I'm going to put it back in the silhouette, load it, and check the blade. Let's see. And oh, there's a little bit of something on the blade. A little bit of like it's like glue, I guess, or probably that's spray. And that's it. So I don't know why it didn't cut. The blade seems pretty clean, so let me put the blade back in and try again. Okay, I'll come back and get you. Okay, so there we go. Let's see. We're gonna try again. And we're gonna send it, go back to the computer, and send it through again. Let's see. It says cut, it's uncut. Oh, you know what the problem was? You see up here? Come on, focus. Thing, focus. Focus, focus, focus. It doesn't want to focus, guys. Give me 1 second. Okay, guys, so I'm back. I don't know what was going on with that, but you see right here where it says copy paper? Somehow it got changed, and it shouldn't be on copy paper. It should actually be on cardstock. So we're going to go all the way down to cardstock, plain cardstock. And then same thing, it has no cut. We're going to go back down, hit send, and come over here. And right now it's working. And let it cut it again. Hey, even I make mistakes, and I'm by far not an expert at this. But it just goes to show, you know, if you don't pay attention, you can make a mistake. And I didn't check it, which I should have checked. So there you go. And it's getting ready to stop because it's done. It's saying working. There you go, job complete. And it's done. So I'm going to hit unload right here and catch it really quickly. Look at that fancy handwork. Okay, I'm gonna put you back up here. Okay, turn you back around. Hi. And let's see. Okay, so got my spatula. I'm gonna do it again. And see, guys, this is what I mean when I say if you put too much spray, it'll like make your mat really, really sticky and tacky. And that's what happened when I sprayed it again. I sprayed a little too much. I was a little too heavy-handed. But basically, it's peeling off. The paper is peeling off around the print, just like that. There you go. And basically, that's it. I'll take it and throw it in my trash because I don't need it. And then I'll go ahead and do that and peel it up carefully because, again, I put too much spray down and I don't want it to tear. And move this mat out of the way. And it even cuts the little pieces on the inside. See, like this? On the inside of the handles. Cuts. And it'll come right off. Usually it'll stick to the mat, but again, I didn't put enough spray on it the first time, and then the second time I put way too much. So usually the little small pieces will stick. And I'll just take a pair of scissors for those little pieces of paper that I don't want to really pull it and rip it, because right now it'll actually tear because it doesn't have the strength of that background. And I'll go around it like that. Okay. And you see, like right here where you may see like a little bit of a white border, that's because when I put it back on the silhouette the second time, when it didn't cut the first time, I didn't put it exactly in the same place apparently as I did the first time when I put the mat in the silhouette. But that's not going to make a difference because when I cut the background is also white, so it's going to actually blend in with the white background that this is going to go on. And that's it. Even those little pieces right there. And I'll take like the little embellishments. One second. Hold on. Another one. Okay, I'm going to do another one for you guys so that you can see it. Done again. This time where it cuts the first time. Line up, like I said, to the top corner of the mat. Okay. I'm going to go over here and put it on the silhouette and print it. And cut it. Okay. Bring you over here so you can see. Okay. And it's saying ready. So we're going to go ahead and go back over here. It's going to be the same thing. We're going to go down to the bottom, click send, and it's going to start cutting. And it's telling me that I have, this is good, a registration mark sensor error. So we're going to unload it. And the reason it's saying that probably is because, do you see those lines that I was telling you about earlier? Yeah, I didn't notice that they were going through the registration mark on here. Okay, so we're going to set up a game and try it again with one that doesn't have that on it. Give me a minute. Okay, let's see. Because those are the ones that will make me have to cut it by hand. Let's do this one. All of these are basically going to be cut by hand jobs, just because those black lines are going across the registration mark. Okay, so we're going to take this one off. We're going to put another one on. Spray it again. Okay. And line it up. So it's good that that happened, because that actually shows you, without me just telling you, what will happen if, when you're printing, something goes across. Any one of these three registration marks is not going to want to cut it. It's going to read it as something obstructing the registration mark, and you're going to have to cut it by hand. So it's not a complete throwaway job, because just get your pair of scissors, cut it by hand. It's tedious, but hey, You know, that's what you have to do sometimes. Okay. Back over here again. We're going to do the same thing. And it's telling me, give me that little error message at the bottom saying that it detected a registration mark error. So I'm just going to go ahead and clear that. And I'm going to hit send. And it's going to send it back again, telling me that it's working. It's reading the registration marks this time because there's nothing obstructing the mark. Sorry about the interruption. My daughter had called me and said that she just had an accident. Actually, someone hit her and got out of the car like they were going to stop. Switched seats. It was two ladies. Switched seats. And the other one got in the driver's seat and he pulled off. She tried to follow them, but she lost them. So she's on her way home to call the police and call her insurance company and report the accident. It is really, you know, ridiculous when people have no sense of morals or values. How could you hit someone and then keep going, you know? What is wrong with you? Probably didn't have insurance, so you never know. Because it may be a stolen car, because lately in New Orleans, over the past week now, we've been having a rush of carjacking where there was a girl that was on Crowder Boulevard about 1:30 in the morning, and someone bumped the back of her car lightly. She got out of the car to check the damage and, you know, noticed that there wasn't any damage, and she told them, you know, no problem, go ahead. It was a guy and a girl in the car. The guy was in the driver's seat. Okay, it's finished working. Okay, so we're gonna wait and then we're gonna unload it. And okay, unload, and then there we go. The guy was in the driver's seat, and she said they were just sitting there when she got out of her car and went to the back of her car, and they didn't say anything. No one got out of the car. She could see them moving around in there. So she checked the damage on her car. She looked at the front of their car, and here you go, I'm peeling it off. And she told them, no worries, there isn't any damage. You know, you can go ahead. She waved at them, and the girl proceeded to get out of the passenger seat of that car and walk towards her car. So she said she was telling the girl, you know, I was telling you guys, you know, no worries, don't worry about it. There's no damage to my car, either your car. You can go ahead. And the girl proceeded to walk along the passenger side of her car. So she said she started following her like, what are you doing? You see how it's coming off? What are you doing? And the girl went around the front of her car, all the while she's following her. And the girl gets in because she left the keys in her car. But you're not thinking that when you have an accident, you have to pull the keys out of the ignition to get out and check the damage on your car. Mommy, you know, and talk to the other driver. Mommy, yes, and that's it. Okay. And that's basically how it goes. Huh? Okay. You guys stop it, okay? That's yours? Okay. Okay, baby. Don't throw that ball in here, okay? Okay, so I'm going to keep on going until I get all of these cut. I'm not going to make you watch me do all of them, but I'm going to come back to you when I'm doing the backgrounds and show you how I cut the backgrounds out also. And like I said, I'm going to put a couple of them together for you guys. But anyway, so she said she was telling the girl no worries. So the girl gets into the driver's side of her car and pulls off in the car that she got out of, pulls off with her. So they carjacked her and left her sitting in the intersection in the middle of the night by herself. And she called the police. And she was a college student, so they stole her car and she really needed her car, you know. So then on yesterday I was watching the news, and it was a girl on there, and she was saying that she was driving up the street, her and her friend, and someone bumped their car, the same thing. You know, they'll tap the back of your car, the bumper, so that you can get out. Not enough to damage it, but just enough to make you, you know, notice that they hit your car. So she gets out of the car. She happened to be the passenger in the car. She got out of the car to check the damage of her friend's car, And when she got out of the car, the two girls that were in the car that bumped them got out, and one of them brandished a gun and went to the driver's side door and pointed it at the driver and made the driver get out of the car and then carjacked them. This time it was two women or whatever. And it's like, you know, seriously, you know, get a job. Buy what you want, you know, work for what you want. Don't take other people's things or whatever. People work hard for the things that they get, and, you know, they don't just expect for someone to come along that has no values and no morals and just take what belongs to them just because they have a gun and because they believe that they can. You know, it's ridiculous or whatever, but you have to be careful because we've had several carjackings, even with mothers in the car with their infants. So, you know, it's just really, you got to be careful out here these days. But I just can't believe, you know, that how brazen they are. So I'm glad for my daughter because at least she's okay, you know, because it could have been one of those deals where they were trying to carjack her, you know, and she just was lucky that it just was apparently just an accident and that person just decided that they didn't want to be held responsible, so they pulled off, you know. And it sucks because this is her first car. She's 25, and see, this is what I was talking about. If it's done correctly, the little inserts, cutouts will stay on the paper, and you just go ahead in with your spatula and just peel them off like that and throw them in the garbage, and that's it, you know. So, but I'm just happy and thankful that, you know, it wasn't one of those carjacking deals because she could have gotten hurt.
Mommy, get maybe.
Okay, baby.
Get maybe.
So I'm happy for that. But, okay, I'm gonna keep rocking and rolling because I have a lot to go, because then after I finish cutting these, then I have to take and put them on the backgrounds, and then I basically bling them up, you know, and give them a little glitz and glamour. And I'll take glitter, whatever color the little accessories or, you know, the little handles are on here. I'll take, and I use Stickles glitter glue. I'll take this and I'll put it on those and, you know, like glitter it up or whatever. And, you know, let's see, I'm trying to see if I have one already done yet. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Like one of these, and I'll take and I'll put like the glitter on it like that, and like, you know, wherever there's something at that looks like it should be colored, and I'll go ahead and I'll fill it, like, you know, the little bumps and things on your purse. And that's what I do. And I'll take like the glitter markers that I have, and I'll go along like the zipper or whatever, and you probably can't see it on camera, but it's kind of sparkly. And I'll do like, you know, just all areas of the little bags that I think look like they need some extra oomph. And here, let's see, where's the zipper? I actually got the little zipper. Look at there. I put a little zipper mark on it, and basically that's how they come out. And this is it on the box. Let's see if I can open the box up. And this is it on the box, like this. And I'll put like a little piece of string on it, colored string on it like that, and tie it closed. And they can like put things in it on the inside of the box, you know, whatever they want to put. That closes all the way, like candy or little treats or whatever, you know, in there. And they usually have it for parties, wedding. There's my daughter. Wedding gifts and things like that in there. So like I said, I'm come back. I'm gonna go ahead and keep rocking and rolling, and I'll come back and I'll show you guys how I put the backgrounds together on it, and show you how, like I said, I put the little glitz and glamour on them. So now I'm going to show you how I do the background. Once I finish cutting all the purses out finally. So I'm gonna do the background. This is what the 11 by 7 paper looks like. I think it's 90 weight, and I get it from Amazon. So again, I'm gonna like spray, and then I put my paper down. Okay, just like that. Same thing, I'm gonna run it through the silhouette. Okay, I'm gonna take you over here with me right now. So it's on a silhouette. So I'm gonna go back to my computer and I'm going to go up to design because I'm finished with this now. So I'm gonna close this up. I don't need this anymore. So I'm gonna go up here and I'm going to go to registration marks. I'm going to remove the registration marks. I'm going to turn it off. So then there's no registration marks on there, as you can see. So I'm going to go ahead and move the bag over to the right. And I'm going to put my background on. Okay. And then I'm going to go back up to library. Oh, not library. I'm sorry. We'll go back to design. Then I'm going to go to send. Okay. Then I'm going to go back. It still has cardstock plain on there, so that's correct. I'm going to go down to highlight it first and then put my cut lines on it like so. Like I said, I like the smaller, the thinner lines. You can also use the one that says cut edge and it just makes the lines, you know, a little bit thicker and bolder. But I like this one. So I'm going to use that and then I'm going to go down and hit send. And there it is. It says cutting. So I'm going to take you back over to the machine. We're going to watch it cut out the background. Just telling you that it's working. You can't really see it cutting it, the cut lines, but you'll see it when it finishes. You can see a little bit of it. It's cutting. You see right there. Okay, and it's done. And wait for it to say it's finished. Okay, it says job complete. Then I'm gonna hit unload. Catch the paper. Catch the mat. Okay. Set you back up. Okay. And again, I'm going to peel that off, and it leaves just the background. Take my little spatula and pull it up, and there's the piece right there. And then if I take and put these together, this is the way that the background will look. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and show you one. This is my little I used to Scotch Advanced tape glider, and I got this from Joann's when I first started doing these, and doing also like the centerpieces too. So let's see, I can show you like a centerpiece over here. Let's see, there's one, a Minnie Mouse. That's a 3-foot Minnie Mouse that I've done. I did. Let's see, I have a, that's I think a 1-foot minion over there, and that's like another, that's like one of the bags that I make also. That's the men's Gucci backpack. That's a new one that I've I made about maybe a month ago for a customer. She had a special request, and I've got like, let's see, when the frozen was in, I have like the little frozen centerpiece over there. That's a one piece. That's gonna be like, I forget what size. He's falling off the wall. Woody, and I don't remember what his little horse's name is, but I have that over there too. My room, guys, is a mess. Look at this. This is what happens when you work, and you don't stop and come back and clean. That's all my glitters and everything. Over here is a mess. I need to clean up my work area. That's my old silhouette back there on the table that stopped wanting to register. And I have another one on the desk over here that also, that's the first one right here. And that one also stopped registering. But it will cut backgrounds whenever it feels like it, but I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that one because I can't seem to find anywhere where they would work on them and fix them. So I'm just going to buy another one of the Silhouette 3s and call it a day. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I put this together. Okay. So basically what I do is I go ahead and I'm going to run the tape along the back of this. Okay, and then I'm going to take this, the background, and I'm basically just going to eyeball it and put it on it like so. And just press it down like that. And there you have it. And let's see, I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of the glitter on it so we can give you a basic idea of what I do. So I'll take some, these are called Wink of Stellar pens, and I'll take this one and I'll run it along the zipper area on the purse to basically like bling it up a little bit, to bring it out like that. And I also do it on the lock right here, and it just makes it shimmer and shine when you move the bag. Okay, I'll do it like that. Okay, and then I'll take the glitter and just along like the little handle, little hardware on the purse, like the handles right there. I'm going to take it and I'm going to squeeze the glitter down on them like that. Again, get the little bowl. I'm going to put some here. And that is basically what it looks like. And you can't really see on camera the glitter, but it's really pretty, and it actually makes the zipper look like it's real, and it's like shimmering, shiny like the silver. And that's the way it comes out. And the lock is like all shimmery also. Like I said again, I'm not sure how much you can see on camera. And that's basically it, and I'll lay them out to dry. And I'll come back and show you how they look when I put them together on the box. So let me rock and roll and cut out the rest of these backgrounds, and I'll be back. And when I send the boxes out, I send them out flat like this, and I'll take that little piece of string and I'll put it through both handles on one end of the bag. This handle, the handle for the box, and the handle for the bag, letting them know that this is the way they're supposed to tie it together when they pop the box up and put their little items on the inside, letting them know that they're supposed to put the string through all of the handles. So I'll just send it out like this, and I ship them out flat just like this. Okay. Okay, so the purses are dry, and this is how they're looking. I don't know, like I said, if you can see the glitter around the zipper area, but this is how they're looking. And I'm getting ready to put a couple together and show you how I do them. So basically, this is the box, the large box that I use, and I'm going to take the tape runner and I'm going to basically run some tape along the top and the bottom of the box, like so. This is double-sided tape also, just like that. And I'm going to take one side and I'm going to stick it to the box like this. Okay, and there you have it. That's one side. I'm going to turn the box around and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Huh?
Small.
I mean, that's
I bring a small pillow and I can find one and roll.
Small pillow for what?
I guess they're gonna have them lay down and watch the movie.
Like little throw pillows or something? And this is the other side. So, like I said, it's double-sided, and then I'll take it and I'll send it out flat, and they'll just take it and pop it up like this, pop the sides up, and they'll take off a little tab, and they're going to basically just assemble the last little part of it, which is closing the box up themselves. And pop out this little tab right here, like that. And then I send each box out with a piece of string that matches whatever color bag they have. And this is like the brown and white jute string. And you just take it and run it through the middle of the box, both handles on the bag, plus the two handles on the box that you've put together. And I just do a little bow tie like this. I'll tie in a little bow. Like so. And there you have it. That's the box. And that's the way they get it. And like I said, the boxes, people usually buy them for birthday parties, anniversary parties, wedding showers, anything basically, just if they want to just give a gift. And they'll buy it, and they can like put little things on the inside of it, bottles of lotion. You can take, if you wanted to give like little t-shirts or something like that, and they can take them and fold them up really small and roll them up and put them inside the box. The boxes are real sturdy, so they can hold a good little bit of weight. And basically, that's it. There you have it. I don't do the size, but you know, I do both sides, but not these sides of blank. And there you have it. I hope that was easy enough for you. Like I said, if you need me to do a tutorial on how I cut the fronts of the boxes out and things like that. The front of the purses, actually, how I do these. I cut these out on the silhouette. Go ahead and drop that down in the comment section below, and I'll go ahead and do a video on that and show you how I do that also. Thanks for watching.